Okay, so we're talking today about using variables. Right, so what we need to look at is a variable or pronumeral, like you've learned before, is a letter or symbol that represents a value in an algebraic expression or equation. Now, that value is unknown. We don't know the value. So we're giving it a name and we give it an A, a B, a C, and X. Okay, so that's what we're doing. So in algebraic expressions such as a plus b, the variables represent any number. It just means that they're two different ones. We don't know what a is and we don't know what b is, but we know that we are adding them together. Okay. So in algebraic equations such as x plus y equals 9, we don't know what x is, we don't know what y is, but we know if we add them together, we get 9. Variables are referred to as unknowns because the variable represents a specific value that we don't know yet. So, when we write expressions with variables, the multiplication sign is omitted. So, it means we don't show the multiplication sign. So, it's almost like saying the multiplication sign is shy and it never actually shows in the questions. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. When we've got 8n, it means that in between that 8, so when they're very, very close together, there's a secret shy x that's hanging around there. So that's x times n. Okay. So when they're very close together, what is in between? What is hiding? It's the x sign, the times. So when we've got 2ab, actually means 12, not 12, so it would be 2 plus times by x. Try again. X times, so let's start again. So 2ab means 2 multiplied by a multiplied by b. So when they're right next to each other, you've just got to know that there are times in between each other, okay? Because the times is very sharp. Okay, another shy one when we're doing algebra is the division sign. So for example, y divided by x is written like a fraction y divided by 6. I don't know why I keep saying x. Y divided by 6. You start at the top and you work down. Okay, so division is written like a fraction. All right, so let's look at this. Suppose we're using b to represent the number of ants in a nest. We don't know how many ants on the nest, so we're going to say there's b. Okay, so write an expression for the number of ants in the nest if 25 ants died. So we know we had B and then 25 of them died. So it would be the original number of ants is 25 and it must be reduced as B and we must be reducing it by 25. So if we did that in a math sum, we would go B, because that's how much was in there, take 25. Okay, let's look at another one. Write an expression for the number of ants in the nest if the ant population doubled. So if something doubles, what do we do with it? We times it by 2. So the original number of ants, which was B, must be multiplied by 2. We do not show the x sign. So how do we do that? We go 2b. Now remember, some of you may think, well, do I go b2 or do I go 2b? Where this is maths, look at all our beautiful numbers around. The numbers are our priority. Numbers come first, letters come next. So if we mush them together because we're timesing it, it's like we're melting them together, it becomes 2b. Write an expression for the number of ants in the nest if the original population increased by 50. So we started off with B, we don't know how many that is, but we do know that 50 ants arrived. So 50 must be added to the original number of ants. So we would go B plus 50. What would it mean if we said that a nearby nest contained B plus 100 ants? Well, it would be our nest grew by 100 ants. So the expression tells us that the nest has now got 100 more ants. What would it mean if we said that another nest contained B take 1,000 ants? Well, it means that 1,000 ants left the